जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधे जय जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमण जय गौरनिता 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 जय गौरनिता प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I wholeheartedly welcome each one of you for today. And I must tell you all, it's indeed a pleasure to have Her Holiness Vishakha Priya Mataji with us. Let me give you all a brief introduction about Mataji. Grace, Grace, Grace. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Her Grace Vishakha Priya Mataji is practicing Krishna consciousness since the age of 14 when she was in 8th standard. And Mataji has done her BSc in dietetics from SNDT College, Mumbai. All the wonderful trainings that she has received since childhood is being graciously shared by her to all the IYF girls through seminars, camps, Cetana programs and preaching. Mataji, along with her husband, are counselors in Sri Sri Radha Gopinath temple for over 3 decades. And both of them have great passion in directing mega dramas since 2 decades. And they have directed magnificent mega dramas for the pleasure of devotees. And these dramas have been recognized worldwide. Mataji, along with her husband, they travel throughout India and in Mauritius, Malaysia and USA. They both travel and preach Krishna consciousness. Mataji has served in Sri Sri Radha Gopinath temple in many ways, such as cooking bhoga, deity dressing and decoration. Last but not the least, Mataji, along with her Prabhuji, were the first couple to get married in front of their Lordship Sri Sri Radha Gopinath in the temple. Hare Krishna. And I request you all to please keep your cell phones silent or either switch off them so that we do not have any disturbances. Hare Krishna.
Should we start? Hare Krishna Dastai Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Can you hear me? पीछे सुनाई दे रहा है ना? So warm welcome to all our young leaders of tomorrow for this beautiful Cetana festival. We call this festival as Cetana festival because you understand what is the meaning of the word Cetana, right? Cetana means consciousness. That how our consciousness gets affected by different factors around us and how we can rise our consciousness from whatever level our consciousness is. Is that okay? That's why we call it Cetana, the festival of inspiration and joy. We all get inspired by different things in life, whatever we see around us. Do we get? If you are not able to hear, please tell me because I cannot understand if you can't hear. So we take different topics in this beautiful session of Cetana, which is a monthly festival, bi-monthly festival which we have, in which we discuss that at our age group, how can we raise our consciousness? Because as we understand that we are staying in this dark age of, which age we are staying in? Kali Yuga. And in Kali Yuga, the environment around us is very different than it was in Satyuga. There was one devotee who was of your age, who stayed in Satyuga. His name was what? Prahlad Maharaj. Not even your age, he was younger than you. And he faced that type of a situation where everything around him was unfavorable and still he was able to lead a very, very pure life. Today, some of the rarest things in life is what? To get anything pure. Pure food, pure relationships, right? Pure air to breathe, pure water. You have to buy that. If you want to have pure water, you have to pay and buy it. Soon it's going to be, if you need to drink, breathe fresh air, you might have to buy air also, right? Relationships, to have pure selfless relationships, very rare in this world, right? And to get pure food, rarest things. Anything you talk about, there is some adulteration. Children love chocolates and people say, oh, chocolates have got, insects in it. Some parts of insects are there. You have masalas which we use for day-to-day cooking. There is adulteration of wood powder in it. If you have ghee, there is some artificial ghee available, artificial plastic cabbage, plastic rice, all these things which are happening. So you feel very scared, okay, what to breathe, what to eat. I don't know what is pure, right? So in this impure world, to be able to lead a pure life is a what? Is a big challenge. So we want to understand that is it possible to lead a pure life or not? So we thought that in today's topic, the topic we are naming it as what? The circles of life, which is a positive alternative for a wholesome life. Right? All of us like to lead a wholesome life. I always feel that there is this Raymondska ad which is there. It says, the profile of a complete man. But they don't give anywhere a complete woman where you can be like that. But there is always a way how we can become a complete person. It's not about being a man or a woman. It's about how I can become a complete person. And there has to be a positive alternative to it because otherwise it is incomplete. So we see in the center, there is this thing which is known as life. Life itself. Sometimes you think, what is life and what is lifestyle? You ever thought of it? Life versus lifestyle. Hmm? So life is made up of different things. Life is not a homogeneous structure. What is life made up of? All these factors which you see around, right? Life is made up of finances, life is made up of career, education, health, physical activity, home environment, relationships, social life, joy, and of course, if you want to be pure, even you have to add the tadka of spirituality, like an icing on the cake. There's a beautiful cake. Cake is tasty, but when there is nice icing on it, it appears even more tasty, right? So, why do we call it circles of life? Because most of the things in the world have a cyclic movement. Everything moves in circle, right? We talk of the wheel of time, which is known as in Hindi what? Kala Chakra. Call it a Kala Chakra, right? How many of you all have seen B.R. Chopra's Mahabharat? मैं समय हूँ. That circle keeps moving, right? So why do we say time is cyclic? Because today, what time it is now? It is 6:15. Tomorrow also it will be 6:15. Yesterday also it was 6:15. Every day it is 6:15. Means it is cyclic. It keeps moving, right? There is day, there is night. So everything is cyclic. And what is the most important part of a circle? What is the most important part of a circle? Center. Can you have a circle without a center? All of you, when you were kids, you remember we all have this Camlin box, which has that, you put it in the middle and then you draw a circle. Can you draw a circle without a center? You can't. So do you know that today's generation has got a name? This is the millennial generation. But the generation today is known as the I generation. Everybody just thinks of what? I like this, I don't like this. I want to do this, I don't want to do this. I love you, I hate you. But everything is all about what? I. So it has become what? Very self-centered. It's all about the me generation, the I generation. We just keep talking about that, right? So when we see that we are what? We are what? Humans or animals? Right? We are humans, but human being is a two-legged animal also. That's what they say. So if you take humans versus animals, you see this chart over here. What do? We eat, we sleep, we mate, we defend, right? And what do animals do? They also eat, sleep, mate and defend. Common things. So the only thing which distinguishes us from the animals is what? The last factor. That we can understand God, or try to understand God, or try to inquire about God. Whereas a dog or a cat or a tiger or an elephant, they cannot do that. We have Cetana program for humans. You can't have a Cetana program for she-elephants, all everybody will come there, or like she-tigresses or something. No, we have for humans. Even if a dog is going to sit there and listen, ultimately what will the dog do? What do they understand? Nothing. They can't understand, right? So this last principle is the only thing which makes us better than animals. So imagine if we don't have that, then we are actually no better than them, because they are doing the same things which we do. It's just that we do it differently. The dog eats on the road and we can eat in a 5-star restaurant. Right? We can sleep on soft silken beds and the dog sleeps under the car somewhere. The dogs mate on the road, you may mate in a good room, right? So all these things we defend with AK-47 and animals defend with claws and teeth. But this activity is the same thing which is happening. So all these 4 principles that are there, but the human being, how does he try to understand God? By these things which makes us different, because we can have reasoning, we can have questioning, we can have logical thinking and intelligence. That is how we can understand. How do you understand anything? By logic and intelligence, which the animals do not have that, right? So ultimately it's all a cycle of birth and death. When you see, The Shastras say, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Shayanam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam. Again, that is also a cycle. You see this beyond birth and death. You are a small kid, then you grow up, and then you grow up. Sometimes, when one of my friends was telling that every birthday of mine, I look at this picture to see that at which stage I am. Before my birthday was when I was like this. Now my birthday is when I am like this. And soon my birthday will be when I am like this. So I am moving. You cannot remain at the same level all the time, right? So again, it is the cycle of birth and death. But now, from a cycle, you have to understand there has to be a way to get out. Right? In Mahabharata, what is the pastime that you remember in Mahabharata which reminds you of this? The chakra view. Abhimanyu was caught in a chakra view. He knew how to get in, but he didn't know how to get out. And that's how sometimes I feel that all of us human beings are. We get into the cycle of birth and death. Once we enter, we just keep going round and round and round. But there has to be a place from where we can get out of the cycle of birth and death. Has to be, no? It cannot just be a closed circle. So Abhimanyu knew how to enter, but when Krishna was telling his mother how to get out, he went to sleep. So if you keep sleeping, then you can never understand, and what happens? You die in that cycle only of birth and death. But an intelligent person learns the art how to get into the circle and get out of the circle also. So we see that whether we want it or we don't want it, people usually say that I want to be God. I wanted to be God. So I said, no, I don't want to be God. And if somebody tells you want to be God, no, I don't want to be God. But what does it mean that I want to be God? God means the supreme enjoyer. The meaning of the word God is a supreme enjoyer, and we all want to enjoy. That's why we say we want to be small gods. Because I want to enjoy. And how do I enjoy? By leading an I-centered life. What I like and what I don't like. Right? But we try to be God, but what do we get in return? Birth, death, old age and disease. When we take birth, how do you come out of the stomach of your mother, the womb of your mother? Every child, no child comes out. Nobody comes out like that. They're all crying. Every child, all of you cried? In fact, if you don't cry, the doctor holds you ulta and they'll make you cry, because if you don't cry, you will not be normal. Some part of you is abnormal, it remains. If a child doesn't cry, it's not good. Right? So you came into this world crying. Did you want to become old? Who likes old age? First white hair you start seeing in the mirror. You want to just I want to remove it. I want to throw it. Right? I want to remove. I don't want to look old. You will apply face packs and everything. Skin should look tight and I should look smart. Hair should look black. We dye our hair and everything you do, but what do you do about the wrinkles and everything cannot go? So old age comes and sickness. Who likes sickness here? Please put up your hand. Nobody expected COVID, but most of us got COVID, right? And it was such a terrible period. Everybody sick, front of us sick, behind us sick, right sick. Sickness is so miserable, and ultimately who likes to die? Nobody likes to die, na? Anybody will say, please pray for me that I die. What will you ask? Juk juk jiyo baba, aisa pray karo, juk juk jiyo. We ask for those type of blessings. So we don't want any of these things, but they all come nonetheless, because it is a circle which we have to face. So all these are the real problems of life. Sometimes we feel, how are you? Arey yaar, itne problem hai. What is the problem? My dog doesn't listen to me only. Arey, is that a real problem? Or you will say, my brother teases me. I am just fed up, it teases me. What is the problem in that? Is it a problem? Not a problem, right? Husband-wife fight. I just can't tolerate. One husband went to the wife and he told that, they went to the marriage council and said, we are separating, we just can't tolerate each other. So the marriage counselor asked that, what happened, what is the exact issue? Saying, no, she doesn't respect me. So he's saying, but what does she do? She tells you something bad word. No. She beats you. No. She does this. No. Then how do you think she disrespects? 100 times I have told her, press the toothpaste from the end towards up. But she'll always press in the middle only. You know, what insult and what disrespectful behavior. Doesn't understand, I am telling her, do things systematically, from down to up, to up, to up, you know. But I just feel highly insulted, so I want to divorce her. Real case. So the marriage counselor said, can I give you one solution? Try that. If it doesn't work, then next month we'll file your divorce. He said, just simple solution, have 2 toothpastes. Let her press from wherever she wants to press, and you press from wherever you want to press. Is that okay? And they really thought, okay, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not a problem, but my mind is making it into a problem. We all have that magnifying glass in our mind, right? We feel, oh, so much of problem, I am having so much of problem. Chote bacche se leke bada problem. But we have to understand, everything is not a problem, right? What are the real problems are these? Birth, death, old age, disease. They are the big problems. They are the real problems. So let us not give disproportionate importance to it, right? So in one sense, if you go to see, animals are better. Why? Because they don't have riots, they don't have suicide, they have no divorces, there is no drug abuse in them. So what makes the human being superior to the animal? The quest and the desire to understand that I don't want to become God. I can never become God. But can I become godly? Can I become godly? Of course I can. Becoming God is very difficult, but godly I definitely can become. But still it is a challenge because I am living in an ungodly world. So we want to try to understand the science and the art become in the process of trying to become godly in an ungodly world, right? So how do I set things right, so that my road becomes clear on the path of God realization? And that requires faith. All of you sitting here, you have come here because you had faith. Even if suppose your friend really forced you, like I came to the temple first because my friend was after me, come to the temple, come. 100 reasons I would give her, excuses. I can't come, because of this, I can't come. But she was after me, and that time I used to curse her. Okay? So one time I said, okay, today I'm coming. In my mind I was thinking after this she will leave me alone, But once I came to the temple, I only fell in love that I didn't want to leave, right? So God arranged for me to come like that. Why? Maybe I had some faith, which I also didn't know I had, but it was there, so I came to the temple, right? So real education, we all are students, and studying at this age is the main highlight of our life. In fact, it should be. It should be not getting distracted right now by too much boyfriend and all these things. We should focus on studies, education, career, right? But what is real education is how to solve the problems of this life. How to get out of this cycle of birth, death, old age and disease. That should be my goal, to know that how I can do this, right? So today we are going to discuss about some concentric circles. We will talk of 4 circles of life. Are you with me? So in the center, as we are talking that, okay, if I take a decision that I don't want to lead an animalistic life and a I-centered life, because a I-centered person is always miserable. You know why? Because it sees everything in connection to me. She didn't respect me. She didn't call me for the party. He didn't do this to me. Everything is what? I should be the center of everything. So I don't have control over what people will do. But if I want to be happy, first what I have to do, I have to get out of the center. Center can be only one. So others may not give me respect, but if I can give respect to everybody, right? And I can be happy. I can do service to others, then I can be happy, right? Because what do? I get out of the center and put somebody else in the center. So if I want to become godly, then obviously what I have to do? How will I become godly without putting God in the center? As our founder Acharya Prabhupada always said, that you may be very qualified in every way. What makes a person complete? Somebody might be very beautiful. Somebody might be very intelligent. Somebody might be very strong. Somebody might be very wealthy, whatever. All these different things might be there. Somebody might be very famous. But can one person have all these things in them? Not possible. I may be beautiful, but I may be a duffer. Huh? And I may not be very famous, or I may not be very wealthy. Any of these things can be there. But God is that person who has all of these things. Right? So if I want to become godly, obviously I have to learn the art that all these other things which I may have are like zeros. I am beautiful, 1 0. I am intelligent, another 0. I am wealthy, another 0. I am famous, another 0. But what is the value of 4 zeros or 10 zeros or 100 zeros? 0 into 0 into 0 is equal to big 0. But if I have 10 zeros in a row, it is all zeros. But in front of that, if I put a 1, then with every additional 0, the value keeps increasing. Simple mathematics. I loved it, made so much sense to me that what is becoming godly mean? Nothing major you have to do. Just add that 1 in front. Sounds so simple, na? Whatever you are doing, you don't have to leave anything. You don't have to become a sadhvi. You don't have to pluck your hair and, like a Jain sadhu, walk on the road. Not if they are very great that they are able to do. But we may not be do. We like to be in the world. We like to wear good clothes. We like to eat good food. We like to do all these things. However, how do I become godly then? I am not willing to renounce everything. I want to live in the world. I want to be happy with everything. So what do I have to do? Just add that 1. Just add that 1 in front and all the equation will become good. So how do I add God means what? Some people, they say, okay, make God the center of your life. So what will you do? You will buy a murti of Krishna or Ram or whatever. And what will you do? Dig a hole in the middle of your house, exactly in the center, and put the murti of God in the center. Oh, I am leading a God-centered life. Is that what it means? Not like that. Whatever you do in your life, you do which will take you towards God. That's what it means to be godly. So these are 4. We are coming to the core circle now, the first circle. What will help me to lead a God-centered life, right? First, number 1 is what? Hearing. What all do we hear in our life, day-to-day life? So many things. Na? We hear rap songs, some we hear crap songs. And whatever. We like to hear politics, we like to hear news. So many things we will hear, right? Bollywood, Hollywood. Sorry. So many things we hear. But all our question which I have to ask is, no problem, I can hear whatever I want to hear. But in what direction is it taking me? By hearing these things, am I going towards God or am I going away from God? If I am hearing things over there and they are trying to teach me, have fun, have drugs, take alcohol. It is so sad today that not only in metropolitan cities but in other places also, people land up seeing young girls smoking, young girls drinking, young girls taking drugs and all. Arey bhai, what is there so much, at this age we have to do this? In the past it was considered that only men did that and grown up people, but today even youngsters, we are landing up doing that, right? Why? Because we are seeing the world around us do that. World is doing, so I should also do. So what we hear directly influences our Cetana, our consciousness. What we are talking of consciousness, it directly affects our Cetana. So please beware what you are hearing. You can hear whatever else you are hearing, but along with that, even hear good things like what is being discussed here. Right? Because suppose if you have a glass which has muddy water, very dirty water, in monsoon you get very muddy water, brown color water. How do you purify that water? And I don't have any filtration or anything. So what I will do, I will hold that muddy glass of water and I will take pure water and I will keep pouring into the glass. Even though the glass is full, I will keep pouring. So what will happen? By pouring, the muddy water keeps overflowing And there will come a stage when all the muddy water has overflown, and what remains in the glass? Only pure water remains. So I didn't remove the mud, but I just kept adding pure water to it. And what happened because of that? Automatically the water got purified. So the easy way is, whatever you are doing, whatever you are hearing, along with that, hear good things, hear moral things, hear things which will increase your values in life. Right? Why do we call values as values? Because they are valuable. You call gold as valuable. Why? Because it is rare and valuable. So our values also make our character. What we are going to hear is very important. We must be very, very cautious and not be indiscriminate in allowing anything to enter into us. Right? So one of the quadrants of the circle is what? Be careful what you hear. Try to hear things which will take you towards God. Okay? So hearing is important. Second important thing is what? Meditation. Chanting, which we call chanting. There can be different forms of meditation, but in Kali Yuga, the easiest way to meditate is what? Chanting. It's easy because how long can you sit in meditation like this? Without moving. In olden days, the sadhus had so much sense control that even if mosquitoes came, they could just sit. But today, even we are talking. Before you can even focus on anything, 100 factors will be there. A fan went away, light went away. Again, I'll sit in meditation. I'll sit, and then I'm thirsty. Again, I'll do. I can't do meditation. It's very difficult to do meditation, right? But if I learn this art, that because art of meditation will take me closer to God. So I have to learn how I should do meditation, right? So as we said, hear from whom? Okay, we'll come to that later. Meditation. Third important thing is what? What we read. Unfortunately, today we don't read only much, right? Mobile has taken over the space that books are becoming redundant. Do you know? Authors are feeling very intimidated. Nobody reads books. How many of you all like to read from a book, not from a tablet or a mobile? How many people read from books? Not your study books, which you have to read to pass your exam, but just read some novels or just something else. See? So rare. So rare. Right? But we must have some habit of reading. Even if you want to read from mobile or from wherever, but read good things, because what goes inside comes outside. Right? What type of literature you read? If you read Stardust, today also Stardust magazine exists, no? There is Stardust. So why do you call it Stardust? Because it's all about stars. Stars means hero, heroines, but they will write in that about what does he like to eat, what does he like to, what are his hobbies, which are his favorite vacation places, and what is his birth date, and what color is his favorite color, which is his favorite. अरे मुझे क्या लेना देना है उससे? मेरा कैसे फायदा होने वाला है उससे? Is it what he likes and doesn't like? How does it help me? How does it help me in any way? No, it doesn't. It is all rubbish, and it is all dust. That's why they call it Stardust. The magazine is called Stardust because the value of it is as much as dust. What is the value of dust? What is the value of dust? Nothing. So what is its value in my life? Nothing. But people will cover to cover, they will read Stardust, right? So if we are going to put this type of input in our life, you will not learn any morality, no valuable things, nothing. There will never be any growth in your mental powers, because it's not going to help in any way. Neither in your education, you are not going to get in your exams, board exams, that what does fala actor like. Any paper gives you that? No, it doesn't give me. So it doesn't help me in any way. So I have to try to understand that what type of things I should read. Read things like we had, Amar Chitra Katha, Panchatantra, Isho, Hitopadesh. These books taught values, and those children which grew up from their childhood reading these values, today they become very, very very, very grounded people. Their fundas are very clear. They will be honest because, they read the story of the fox and falana, or they will be very smart workers because they will read the story of the thirsty crow. All these things they will read, so they are giving you positive messages, not like stardust. So we have to understand what we read is going to make our character. And the fourth important thing is Sangha, association, right? So many associations are there in the world. The Business Association, Merchants Association, Navy Association, they will have Dancers Association, Singers Association. So many associations are there, right? So when you become part of that, there is Drunkards Association, right? So what will you learn when you go in a Drunkards Association? What will you learn? How to drink. But you want to sit down and take, you are blocking the way for everybody, if you don't mind. Thank you. So, what will you learn? The type of people you are with. Birds of the same feather flock together. So, if I want to study and get good marks, then where do I go? Not in the bar or not in the pub. I'll go to the library where everybody is studying, and I will feel, hey, she's also studying. She's also studying. She'll get good marks here. She'll crack it. She'll get distinction. She'll be gold. I should also do. So if I want to do that, I'll go to the library and study. But if I am just doing time pass in school, just scrape through. So I will go anywhere, badminton court and one talk, and then I'll just come and read something. Is this the way to study? No. Right? So what do I want to do in my life will be decided by what type of friends I have. Right? Like one of the philosophers, I think it was Socrates or whoever, he said that tell me who are your friends and I will tell you your personality. If I am moving around with taporis, then I will become a tapori. You understand what is tapori, or is it only in Bombay? Tapori, no? Just like that, But if I want to be a person of good values, I will move around in circles where people will be there of good values. So that is why we have programs like this that come and know that there is a positive alternative. That these are all girls over here who are not abnormal girls. They are normal girls. But they have very high ideals in life. They have very high values in life. So if you try to be with them, even your value system will go up. We talk of education system, but we have to raise our value system in life, because who knows, our youth is tomorrow's leader. As we said, did Narendra Modi know when he was selling tea that tomorrow's prime minister will be him? Others also didn't know, even he didn't know. So who knows, one of you might be the next prime minister. Who knows? But if we lead a life in that direction, but if I just remain a tapori, today taporis also become prime ministers, that is possible. That is possible. But if we want to do things properly, we have to understand how to cultivate my personality. Everybody is talking of personality development. But without understanding what is the personality I am trying to develop. Not just by paying 10,000 rupees, I can attend a course for 4 days course, crash course on personality development. It is not a 4 days ka thing. It is an ongoing thing. It's a lifetime project. You cannot develop personality in 4 days. You can hear and think about it. So these type of regular things is necessary. So please understand, this is our core circle. That if I want to lead a Krishna-centered life, what do I have to do? I have to hear whom? I have to hear from saintly person, whom in India we call as gurus. Right? Acharyas, gurus. If I have to chant what? God's names. Of course, I cannot chant Coca-Cola, or Limca. Right? I have to chant God's names. That will purify me. I cannot chant samosa, Coca-Cola, Hare samosa. And there will be no purification. So I have to understand that. If I have to read, as I said, I have to read some holy scripture. People read Bible, they read Quran, you read Bhagavad Gita, which will give you some good values in life. Right? And if I have to associate, as I said, whom do you associate with? People of high moral standards. They are holy people who are trying to go in that direction. So this is my core circle, which I have to think that I have to develop this core circle first. But is it easy to develop a core circle? For that I need the second circle, which is known as the stabilizing or the supportive circle. Okay? So the second circle is what? It is known as the stabilizing or the supportive circle. If I want to lead a life where I can read properly, I can chant properly, I can associate properly, or I can hear properly, I cannot do it without a good support system. And what constitutes the support system? These four things. Again, four quadrants. We are talking of circles only. So, can I practice this core circle of these four things without having good health? Can I? I can't. If my health is not good, then I cannot even hear properly. I cannot chant. I cannot go somewhere to associate because I am feeling so weak. I am having backache. And today young girls are having all that. Huh? पुराने ज़माने में only old people would have backache. But today we see even youngsters. We have a hospital in Bombay. And in hospital, teenagers come. Oh, doctor, I'm having backache. Why? Because I'm carrying my school bag. Weighs so much, the books, that I'm having backache. And plus, above all things, youngsters like what? Junk food. We all like junk food, right? Which doesn't give us much nutrition. So health goes down very rapidly. You see our grandmothers and all, even at this age, some people are 90, 95 and they are like, they can do more than what we can do, Why? Because they ate pure ghee. They had malai. They had pure mal. Straight from the field, taken out fresh vegetables, without pesticides. They ate fruits, vegetables, all healthy stuff they ate. But our health goes down, right? Because health is going down in the future when girls get married. Today fertility rate has gone down. So difficult to conceive children. Very difficult it is. So many fertility clinics have to come up. Why? Mainly because we don't focus on this quadrant of health. Very important. Please understand, we don't have to start thinking of health only in old age. By then already the foundation of health has to be done from childhood. It has to. Why our parents used to force us to drink milk. Drink milk, your bones will become strong. I don't like milk. No, you have to drink milk, right? So drink milk, eat good food, eat healthy food, then your health remains good, which is a strong pillar of a supportive circle. Second thing is what? Lead a very ethical lifestyle. Today, being non-ethical is very common thing. We lie at the drop of a hat. Why didn't you come to college? My grandmother was... No. You bunk college and you say that, what happened? My grandmother died. But last year also she died, na? How many times will you kill your grandmother? Right? You tell lies just like that. What happened? This happened, that happened, That happened. Easily you lie, right? Stealing, lying, all these things, immoral things. You don't even think twice. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, जीभ लड़खड़ाती नहीं है झूठ बोलने में. Before, if you have to tell, some hesitation would be there. Today, so we speak lies like truth. In fact, more than truth, Bindas, that opposite person. Yeah, of course. It's like that. It has become so difficult to lead an ethical lifestyle. Earning money through wrong ways because fast money is there. Right? We are talking of livelihood. Everybody wants fast money, fast money, fast money. So much of unethical things happen in all spheres. You see, Jyotish was a Shastra. Shastra means Vedic science. But today people have made mockery of that also. Why? They change your patrika to get you married. Recently one case came to us because we do this marital training and the girl flared up because somehow she just happened to find his Janmakshar, the original one. The one which was shown was different, in which it said that he was Manglik. And he was not told only, pura stars change kar diya tha. And they showed that it is like this. And she blew up, She just blew up, you cheater, you did this, you did that. Everything was going fine. And just because ek jhoot pakda gaya, so their life, they are still fighting in court. We pray for them that things get sorted out. Jo ho gaya, ho gaya. But in everything, in jobs, wrong profile is given, wrong age is given. The girl is older to the boy, but she will give younger age because she wants to marry a rich boy. The boys will lie that, I am this and I am that, I am earning this package and that package. And when the girl gets married, he doesn't even have his own house. This is my own house, this is my own house. But it is rental house. Or maybe it's his friend's house. Right? Unethical in food adulteration, everything. Right? So, good health, but even when we are talking of livelihood, which is an important part of all our life, we all are going to earn livelihood, right? Today girls are also working. So we have to know that we should always earn money by ethical means, because unethically earned money never stays. Lakshmi is chanchal. If you earn through wrong ways, it will not support your lifestyle. Someday you will be caught, and fast money never pays. In fact, if you see some schemes like that, then you should become alert. Battery should light fast, that is not possible. How is it going to happen? So we should be alerted. So how to earn livelihood, which is another part of my quadrant, right? Third is very important part of my life is my family life. Man is a social being. Are we an island? We are family people. Today we are staying with our parents. Tomorrow we will stay with our husband. We'll have our in-laws. We'll have our children, everybody. So if my family life is not harmonious, can I be happy? Can I practice my 4 core circles properly? There is fighting going on. And you say, hey, keep quiet. Shh, I am reading Bhagavad Gita, Will you be able to read Bhagavad Gita? Your child is crying and you are not bothered about it, and you are fighting with your husband is fighting with you, and you are disobedient to your parents and all. Will you be able to practice your spirituality like that? You can't. We are not that type of pure people that whatever happens around us, Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We can't do that. We have to be realistic. So having a harmonious family life also helps us to stabilize our core circle. And the fourth is having a missionary spirit. Means what? If you have nothing in your life to die for, you have nothing in your life to live for. Right? When we hear on 26th January and 15th August, ए मेरे वतन के लोगों जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, तो आपने भी आँख में पानी आ जाता है, and you just feel करते हैं यार, कुछ देश के लिए करते हैं, something meaningful I want to do, till our parents say शांति शांति, बैठ जाओ, right? But to be connected to some mission that gives some meaning to our life, doesn't it? Otherwise life goes on, everybody lives a life, but to do something revolutionary, be connected to some mission which will give some meaning to our life and which will help us more to stabilize our core circles. So we have to understand that all these 4 things are equally important. I cannot say I'm going to chant, I'm going to associate, I'm going to read, I'm going to hear, and I'm not bothered about my health to my family, what mission you are talking about, and livelihood, अरे कमाओ कैसे भी, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Not like that. Please, it will not help you to support your core circle if you don't understand the value of all 4 of these quadrants. Got it? So this is what? The stabilizing circle. And when you lead a life like this, then comes the third circle. And what is that circle? Circle of virtues, right? Is it important to have virtues in your life? Is it important? No? Not important? What are the different virtues we are talking about? Here we have written some words. Honesty, integrity, compassion, courage, justice, humility, patience, generosity, loyalty, prudence, gratitude. These seem like utopian things in today's world. Right? Very, very, very rare to find people who have all these qualities. So we have to understand that when I lead a pure life with my supportive circle, which is going to support my core circle, then automatically these virtues get developed. It's a byproduct. You understand? If I'm leading a pure life, then these virtues will automatically come or no? I will automatically feel grateful for whatever I'm getting. I will feel like being very loyal in the company where I'm working. I will be I will have high integrity, a person of high character. Today, who even talks of character? Everybody only talks of what? Competence. 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 But what is competence without character? What is competence without character? You know, as they say, no. What is that thing they say? By hook or by crook, get your achieve your goal. But you can't do that. Beg, borrow, steal. You can beg, you can borrow, but don't steal. But you use any means, like Chanakya Pandit said. What is that? Gritam Pivet. Anybody knows that thing? Drinking ghee. Anyhow, drink ghee. You steal ghee, you borrow ghee, whatever, but drink ghee. But you don't drink ghee like that. Right? So, if I lead, my core circle is in its place, my stabilizing supportive circle is proper, then these qualities come as a byproduct. Automatically, you will become like this. You will become patient, you will become humble, and all these characteristics actually make a person attractive. Today we want to become very attractive. Now, who doesn't want to become attractive? Why do we wear good clothes? Why do we wear good clothes? To look attractive. No? We want somebody to pass a compliment. If you wear a good dress and nobody passes a compliment, to say, nobody said anything here. Nobody passed a comment on it. You wear something nice, you want some compliment from somebody, right? You wear some good jewelry, say, hey, from where did you buy this? Then you feel, that's it. That was my goal. Abhi samjhe. You are the right person to do it, right? So we want to all look attractive. But the problem is where we don't know what is real attractive. We are trying to only make our body attractive. Right? Isn't that what all this Hollywood and Bollywood is all about? And they have brainwashed us today. Styles and fashions are made in this world based on what Bollywood does. वो जोड़ा अकबर में जो था ना, that I want for my marriage. That particular type of set. So you go to the shop, we go for drama के लिए buy करने जाते हैं ना props. So they will say कि oh आपको जोड़ा अकबर वाला चाहिए. तो ऐसे what is जोड़ा अकबर वाला? So they show this type of thing ना. Everybody asks for this today. Why? Because she wore this, or I want the suit or the type of tuxedo which Fala fellow wore in that movie na. That exactly I want that. But what are we up to? You know, what are we up to? Does exposing your body make you attractive? Actually, this catwalks and all these fashion shows na, they are a joke on. They are a slap on the woman's body. You know why? Because we feel we are walking ramp walk, and you know, but the men are enjoying what they are not supposed to enjoy, and we are helping them, and then we say, oh, you know, there are rapes and there are this and that. But who is to be blamed? Of course, we don't justify the action like that. But if we are going to wear clothes which are so revealing, where there is more body exposed than cloth on us, then what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Who's responsible? When you tell this, then they say, why the men should have control over their senses? Why we cannot do whatever we want to do? अरे, but आप अगर बच्चे को चॉकलेट दिखा रहे हो, and then you say, नहीं, देखो, नहीं, तो दिखा क्यों रहे हो? Why are you showing? Why? Because you want it like that, and then use your intelligence. Don't have the herd mentality. What people do, if 100 people say 2 plus 2 is 5, so 100 are saying, yeah, it must be true. But you don't have brains to calculate 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 2 is 4. Have the courage to stand up. Have the courage to stand up. That okay, even if I am a minority, but if I am right, I don't have to be a fool. I don't have to be a fool. I can stand for myself. And that comes only for a person with character, who has a high character, high morality, high intelligence. Right? So we must try to develop these things. And then only this circle of value will come, and understand the importance of having a high character in our life. Nobody talks about that. There are MITs, IIT, nowhere they will teach you courses that how you can build a good character. Tell me one course in the world which teaches you this. Anywhere it is taught, nobody even talks about it. They will only talk of educational qualification, how you can make money. But what makes a person really beautiful is what? Virtues. That is the real ornament of a person. You will see boys will like to flirt with girls who have of promiscuous nature, but they will never like to marry one girl like this. To marry, they will always want a good girl, right? So then, do we want to be playthings? Do we want to be like that? No. Let us use our intelligence and become the person whom I am supposed to. Like for example, what is wrong is always wrong, and what is right is always right, right? Sometimes we say, Ki, Arey, abhi it's Ramzan, huh? So I will not eat non-veg. Why? Because Ramzan is a holy week, holy month. So in holy times you don't want to do that. Why? Because it is wrong. So then if it is wrong, then how does it become right in other months? Logic? Right? If my Pajushan is there for Jains, I will not eat in this in Pajushan. Other days I will eat. Today is Ekadashi, so I will not do this, but other days I will do. Today is Sankashti, so I will not do this, but other days I will do. I will not drink, but other days I will drink. But if it is good to drink, then drink on Sankashti and Ekadashi also, no? Why? Put tulsi in the beer and drink it. Why? It is good. No, but it's not good. You also know that. I also know. But somehow, because we feel that I want to be acceptable by the world. If I will do this now, my friends will reject me. I will not be accepted in my friend circle. So just to be accepted, you land up doing all wrong things. How many of you agree to this point? That many things we don't want to do, but just to be accepted by our friend circle, peer pressure, we'll end up doing things. Please put up your hand. Please genuinely put up your hand that we know certain things are right or wrong, but we do it just to be accepted in the circle. Of course we do it. Some people are honestly putting up their hands, some are not, but it is true. It is true, we do that. I myself did it. I was in a Parsi school. My mother was a Swaminarayan. She would not even eat onion garlic in the house. But because my Parsi friends would eat dhan shak and egg sandwich and all, they would tell me, "Arey khale yaar, kuch nahi hota hai. Don't tell at home." If I would have told my mother I'm eating, she would not allow me to drink water from the glass at home. But I ate. Why? Because I said my friends will not accept me in the circle. I will become alone. I will become isolated. But then I saw my other temple friends. What is the nature of friendship? If somebody truly loves you, they will not go by all this. They will love you in spite of what you do. In fact, first, when you do something different from what everybody does, they will joke on you. Okay, but if you still remain strong, they will stop joking on you. And if you still remain strong, they will respect you for what you are doing. And if you still continue to do what they are doing, they will follow you. Think about this. They will follow you. And what would happen otherwise? If you just did something when they told you forget about it and you don't do, neither you are benefited and neither others are benefited. But by sticking to your principles, everybody is benefited around you. So what is good? Common sense, right? So this is the circle of virtues. And when we develop this circle of virtues by leading a virtuous life, by understanding that I want to become a really beautiful person, I want to have the ornament and the jewels of virtues, and the person who understands that value of mine, I want to be with that person. Whether it is my husband, a boy who is going to choose me, or whether it is my friends who are going to choose me. But I want them to see my inner beauty. That doesn't mean that, I don't comb my hair and, I just move around. See my inner beauty, Who cares what we are not talking of that. Please understand it rightly. We have to be presentable 100%, right? But don't forget focusing on this other part, which is the main part of us. And imagine if you have both, what a attractive person you will be. External beauty, internal beauty. Lethal combination. There will be swayamvar for you. Mere saath shadi, mere saath shadi. Everybody will be like that, right? Huh? But we are not doing it just for that. We want to really become person who is attractive to people around the world and to God. Ultimately, we are answerable to God. When we die and go back, and God will say, why you didn't do? No, because my friend, God, because of that. Because of my teacher, because of my neighbor, because of my parent. No, you are answerable one to one to God. Why you did this and why you didn't do this. Right? So let us understand that what is real beauty, what is real character, what is real value in life, and build our life on this, centered around these things, and align our circles of life around those principles in life. And what happens by developing all this? You come to the last circle, which is what? The circle of fulfillment. Many times we do so many things in life, but from inside you feel very khokla. You feel very empty. You don't feel the sense of fulfillment. You don't feel the sense of satisfaction of what you are doing. You are always dissatisfied, unhappy, depressed, because you are comparing. But a fulfilled person is what? A happy person. And there is no better person to be with in this world than one who is genuinely happy. And happiness can be seen on the face. A genuinely happy person, you may not have money, you may not have the best of clothes, you may not have the highest education, but I am happy. I am happy. Then if you are happy, then you can purchase God. What to talk of becoming God? You can become higher than God. And I'd like to end with one story of this one devotee of Kolovecha Sridhar, who was in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, that Sridhar was a banana seller. So how much money does a banana seller make? How much money? That too in Bengal, which has got banana trees and bananas everywhere. Everybody is selling banana. So what is your scope? Competition, super competition over there. So he was selling bananas every day, but he was a devotee to the core. That God himself in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come every day to buy bananas from him. And he would tell him, how much is the price of the bananas? So he will quote, fala, so much annas, 2 annas or something. So God, just to tease him, would tell him that, hey, you are a cheater, you are overcharging 2 annas. That's too much, I will give you half the price for it. So Sridhar will say, how will I maintain my house? See, I am staying in this hut. There are more holes in the hut than there is roof on the hut. Look at my clothes, there is more knots on the clothes than there is cloth. And I don't have anything in the house except one old iron dented pot. So I don't have anything. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would tell him, no, you are a cheater. Actually, you are the wealthiest person I know of. And Sridhar would say, wealthy and me? Look, I don't have anything. Look at my house, look at my clothes. I don't have anything. He said, no, someday I will expose your wealth. Someday I will expose your wealth. And he could not understand what he was talking about. And what wealth was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talking of? The wealth of his love for God, which is the real wealth, right? And he had all these circles, which we spoke of, the core circle. He was hearing God's names, he was chanting God's names, he was reading Shastra, and he was associating only with devotees, right? All his circles were in alignment. His supportive circle was there. He was never earning unethically. कि बनाना से नहीं मिल रहा है तो बनाना के नाम पे कुछ और बेच दो. Ethical living he was doing, right? He had a mission. He wanted to dedicate his life to God's mission. Every of his supportive circle was in line. Because of that, he had developed all those virtues, which we saw, the circle of virtues. All the qualities he had. He had humility, he had gratitude. He was not complaining, that God, I am worshipping you and look what I have. I don't even have a proper house to live in. He was grateful because he was satisfied. he also knew that this is the real wealth. So he had all those circles, and that's why he had the last circle. He was absolutely fulfilled and satisfied in his life. He didn't have any other needs. Today, what the world lacks is what? Good examples. So in ordinary way, we may think that who am I? I am nobody, you know, which actually we are. We are nobody. But everybody is a somebody. And do you know, in psychology, they say that one person influences at least 40 people around you. You can actually influence 40 people minimum around you, knowingly or unknowingly, in a good way or bad way. 40 people you can make bad around you if you are a bad person. उसको भी झूठ बोलना सिखा दोगे, उसको भी पीना सिखा दोगे. 40 people you can influence. But if you are a good person, you can influence at least 40% people around you. And if we are 200 of us sitting over here, 200 into 40, imagine. And then those 200, I mean those people, 2,000 people, 20,000 people, multiply 2 lakh people, whole world can become a good place if we change our lifestyle. So the change begins from me. Change begins from me. So let us decide that, you know, every new year will come, new year will go. With the Jan 1st was there, and now December 1st, 31st will come. Every year will just come and go, and we will remain what? Same. But why should we remain same? We want to become something. We want to become different than what we are. So let us become the change we want to see in the world. And this is the right age to do that, because there is possibility of change. When we are too young, we don't have the intelligence to change, because we are all the time, you know, playing, and we have no focus. When we become too old, you are too old to change, because you have become very rigid. Everything is already set, you can't change. But this is the right time to be able to change. We are malleable, right? So when we hear things like this, when we attend programs like this, there is all the possibility in the world that we can become instruments of change in this whole world. Don't think that, you know, it is not possible. You can do it, and we will do it. हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. ऐसा है विश्वास. What is that? पूरा है विश्वास. We will be able to do it. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. If anybody has 1 or 2 questions.
हरे कृष्णा माताजी, धन्यवाद इतना अच्छा प्रवचन देने के लिए. तो एक्चुअली मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि आपने बोला कि वी शुड स्टे स्ट्रांग व्हेन समवन सेज नॉट टू डू इवन व्हेन यू आर राइट. So how can we stay strong even when we have so many forces of opposition when we go to the outside world? We know that we are doing it right, but how can we keep ourselves motivated to stay on the track?
Common question which we all face, right? That even if we want to do the right thing, people around us laugh at us, you know. So sometimes we become so conscious that maybe I should change. So I love the story of the father, the son, and the donkey. You know that, no? That they were going to sell this donkey from one village to the other, and the father and the son were walking with the donkey, and some of the villagers said, "Hey, look what fools here! Donkey is there, but both are walking. Somebody can sit on the donkey, no?" So then the father made the son, young boy, sit on the donkey. Some other villagers said, "Look at what a heartless father, huh? I mean, heartless son. He's making the old father walk, and he's aram se sitting on the donkey and going." So the son said, "No, no, Papa, you sit." So he got down and made the father sit. They walked ahead, and some other villagers said, "How foolish, you know. Young boy is walking, and this father is sitting on the donkey and going." So they said, "Let us both sit on the donkey." And some other people said, what type of people they are? They don't even care for the donkey. Two people sitting on the donkey. So they said, "Now let's lift the donkey only, you know." Huh? So what is the moral of the story? Whatever you do in your life, damn if you do, damn if you don't. People are going to do. So when I started going to college, one of my mentors told me, put tilak and go to college. But I was feeling very conscious, people, they will joke on me and all. Say, no, you should put and go to college. So first day, I was from a girls' school, and then college is obviously co-ed, no? So I went, and some of the boys said, hey, look, why don't you cover your whole face with chalk? They started joking on me and all. So I just started crying, I went behind a car and I just rubbed off my tilak that, they are joking, and I went back crying to my mentor, and why did you tell me to put tilak? See how they were all passing comments on me. So he said, are you mad? They do anything. They will wear off shoulders. They will wear revealing clothes. They wear such big earrings from which your hand can also go. They will put any type of hairstyle and do. And they are not feeling anything about what people are going to talk about them. And you are doing the right thing, and somebody is saying something and you remove it. What is your... you have any stability of what you are trying to do or no? So, whatever we do, people will talk. So, why not let them talk by doing the right thing? Simple. Let them talk. But I have to be convinced I am doing the right thing. See, I may be convinced that smoking is the right thing, not right according to me, right according to what is supposed to be done. Is that okay? Somebody has to tell me when I have to stop, because there's a next program. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. My question is, forget about the word, but even our parents sometimes hurt us. They treat us like very toxically. So how to deal with this situation in our struggle period? I have completed degree and I'm preparing for the exams. So now I'm not earning anything. So, but for them, money is everything. If you are not earning, then nobody respect you. They hurt you. Then how to deal in struggle period with this situation? How to stay motivated and quiet and calm?
This happens with many of us, that we may not agree with what our parents are trying to tell us, right? So two ways of looking at it is what? That our parents are our well-wishers. They don't wish bad for us, right? They want you to, what they are saying is right. Sometimes their way of saying might be wrong, because when you love somebody too much, your way might become little more controlling type or whatever, which the parents also, maybe they need to understand that. But from our angle, we have to understand that they are not our enemies. They love us, and that is why they are telling us this, right? So first of all, what do parents expect from us? What do the parents expect? Respect. Is it wrong for parents to expect respect from us? They have given birth to us. They have raised us. They have done so much for us, right? So, they expect at least the basic respect which they deserve to get. So, maybe you disagree with the way they do, or you may disagree with, maybe they are right, maybe they are wrong according to the moving generation. Maybe they are people of old school or whatever. But that doesn't mean that we go loggerheads with them, which we usually land up going. We feel, I hate my parents. The other day I was traveling in the train and I heard two college girls were talking, that one girl was sharing, my parents, they just don't allow me. What is this, 8 o'clock I should be in the house. And they'd say, why are you wearing this type of clothes, or why you do everything like this? So this other girl, great, she's advising her, leave home, yaar. Tell them this, tell them that. Now if we tell our equals, who may not be mature, they will give us this type of advice. But should we leave home? Should we back answer our parents? Should we do that? There is always a way of doing things. You may not agree with somebody, but you don't have to disrespect them. And try to understand that maybe I am not able to understand at this age what is good for me, but what they are telling is right. If they are trying to tell me, come home by this time, it's not that they want to tie me up like a bell or something in the house, but they are concerned because things are happening wrong in the outside world. It is happening. One of my friends is sharing now, when I was a small girl, my mother used to tell me, come home by 7:30. come home by 7:30, and I used to feel, what a mother, you know. My other friends are moving around, this, that, and all. By saying, today, I am married and I have a daughter, and if by 7:30 she doesn't come home, now my BP starts going up. Every time, she's not picking up the phone. Huh? Where is she? She's here, she's there. So you will not understand till we don't become a mother, that why my parents are saying like that. Of course, I'm saying maybe sometimes the way of telling might be wrong, but you have to understand the intent. The content, the way they are saying might be different, but they obviously parents love us. That we should never doubt that, and be respectful towards them.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a wonderful session. I really hope that after this session, you all might know that how to enter into center, how to enter into the circle, and how to get out of the circle. That is by centering
Don't
Krishna
sleep
conscious
like
life.
Abhimanyu went to sleep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be killed in this ungodly world.
Yeah, exactly. So, I would like to thank you, Mataji, by saying 3 times Hari Bol. Everyone, please accompany me. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So, today we have with us few chief guests. I want you all to please come forward and accept a token of our gratitude. Dr. Abhilasha ma'am. She is a professor in pediatrics in KLE. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. Manisha ma'am. Manisha Sanaik. Yeah. She's working as a Marathi program executor at KLE. Anita ma'am. Manisha Subedar ma'am. Anita ma'am. Ma'am. Anita ma'am, she's a homemaker with a wonderful devotee family. Thank you so much, ma'am. Manisha Subedar ma'am. She's a well-known journalist and an excellent orator. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Mataji. Mataji, as a token of love and gratitude, we want to gift you from us. So I request Medam Mataji to please come forward.